Welcome to Big Oz Explorers. We've been touring in a caravan for over a year now and have learnt a lot about how to manage in a tiny home while travelling around Australia. I'm Shan, and this is Chris, and our kids Jada and Jack. Follow our family and live van life through our eyes while we take you on the trip of a lifetime around Australia's hotspots. Click the subscribe button to join our adventure every Thursday and stay up to date with everything Big Oz.
What is that?
Wanang.
Wanang. Your vocabulary is very small, mate. Wanang, I don't know what it is. I don't know. We put it out to you people, so I don't know what it. Let us know in the comments. What's for dinner tonight?
It's technically a pad thai, but I'm doing it with rice.
Yeah.
So
it's looking pretty bloody good. There's that rice cooker again that I always rave about. How good does that look? Woo!
So if anyone wondering what's in there, that's tofu.
Yeah, the big slithers. That's tofu.
Jack actually really likes these.
He was actually just eating it before. That was before it was even cooked. So I think we're rubbing off on him eventually.
Do you want to see, hang on, I'll show you real quick. If you're interested in how I got them so flavoured looking. These are our two favourites. Satay and honey soy. So we usually just chuck them on the ziggy and just fry them off and like cut them so that they're like in like triangle shape sort of thing. But yeah, they're really good.
It's saying that there's some nights, because they come in, they're actually cut into quarters.
Yeah, you can see 4 pieces in there.
There's four little pieces in there. So like if we're not super hungry and we're just looking for a quick easy fix, we just throw them on the barbie, on the ziggy, and just fry them up like a couple of minutes, not even a couple of minutes, probably like a minute either side. Just warm them up and then you just eat them straight the way they are. Like,
they're really good.
Such a quick, easy, tasty sort of alternative, which is really cool. Yeah, a lot of yous out there will be like, oh, it's tofu, yuck.
Oh my goodness.
I was like that too, but then
So-
I've been converted.
In case you're wondering, I was brought up in a house where everything was either vegetarian or vegan, so I had to learn to like meat as an adult, and I've slowly learned along the way, but he was like full meat and 3 veg, and I was like tofu and tempeh and like all that sort of stuff, so we've kind of met each other somewhere in the middle, hey, and we do a bit of
Yeah, we're sort of like a happy medium, I guess. We like a bit of meat, but then we like to have a bit of a veggie sort of session for
When
a few
I
nights.
met Chris, he didn't even like cheese.
Yeah, I never liked cheese.
Like, how weird is
Fun
he?
fact. Very fun fact.
If you don't like
Now-
cheese, put it in the comments so I can tell you how strange you are.
I don't know. For me, it was, I don't know, it felt gluggy and like a stick in my throat and all that sort of stuff. I don't know. It was strange. Probably sounds stupid, but I never liked cheese for ages. And then all of a sudden, I was like, I had a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that. And Sean was saying, have a bit
I got
more.
him onto, if you've not had cheese before, anyone try something, get Gouda. Gouda's a really
Gouda's-
good cheese.
ooh, it's amazing.
Mild and the texture's good. Like everything about
That
it's
or
good.
Colby. Colby's good. That's like, you can get that stuff everywhere. Coles, Woolies, every supermarket, just about everywhere. So. Are you right? You making noise down there? Yeah, you are. So yeah, dinner's on the go. It's only 20 past 5. So Jack will normally go to bed around about coming on 6. So he'll have a bit of dinner. I'll give him a bath and then we'll throw him in the bed. He's actually been a bit cooked the last couple of days. And he's not himself. He's not really sleeping as normal. He's
He needs
just
the
really
Snickers.
whingy. He's carrying on a lot more. So yeah, it is what it is. That's what happens, I guess.
So apparently along this road you get stray animals for the next 120 kilometres. I don't know if their sign's big enough. It's like massive. Babe, did you get that?
What's that?
Did you see what the sign said?
No, I can't quite read it. It could be bigger, I reckon.
You reckon? It's massive.
It's like the biggest sign I've ever seen. Even like the little triangle bit is like 3 times. Like, that's a normal one over there,
Yeah, in the background.
and that's like double again. Like it's got that double, and then the sign's like 5 times the size of any normal one.
Oh, it's funny. We're on our way to Old Onslow, but we'll have a chat when we get there.
Yeah, keen. Let's do it. Are you right?
As I was walking through the grass, I was like, oh, I got a prickle. And I looked at my thong, I was like, oh no, I'm all good, there's nothing there, brushed my foot off. And then I went to walk again, I was like, oh my God, prickle! That was in my foot.
Holy Jesus.
It went through my thong and in my foot. So no, I'm not alright.
The size of that bad boy. You must have just got the tip of that through your thong.
Yeah, it was hanging out the other side.
Wow.
So
I haven't seen one like that.
I asked him to move out of the long grass so I could just get in the car, and he's looking at me like, why do you want that? That's why. Far out.
Unreal.
So we've just been walking around this Onslow old cemetery, and it was made in 1912, I think, off memory, but people were coming here in the 1800s. What?
Bloody wind.
I thought you were going to say I got bad breath or something.
That literally just picked up as soon as we started that camera.
I wonder if you'd be able to hear us.
Jesus Christ.
So we've just been walking around the Onslow old cemetery, which started in 1912, I'm pretty sure, but people were coming here like from the 1800s. And it's pretty crazy. They actually break them into Catholics, Christians.
Yeah, different categories.
Catholic, Anglican, and then other religions. So no one's buried together. They're all in their own 3 separate areas, which is full on. That's
just
crazy.
goes to show how different things were back then and how different we are today. It's
no such thing as multiculturalism.
No, definitely not. But it's interesting to see even that far back how strict they were, and I don't know how they sort of believed in things. So
yeah,
it's a bit of an eye opener and how far we've come as a like a world, I guess. Yeah.
We're gonna go over to the police station now and go and have a look at that. So
Yeah,
we'll take
really
you for
cool.
a drive and show you what it looks like.
Yeah. Some of these tombstones here are that old that have actually put some sort of like scaffolding on them just to hold them together. And there's like 2 or 3 of them here. This was obviously, when was he? He died the 16th of February 1914. So that's been there a hell of a long time. That's incredible. The work that goes in just to keeping that together. These things have been here for a very long time. It's pretty cool. It's not up everyone's alley, but we don't mind a little bit of history and seeing why these sort of towns disappear. But if you're into that sort of stuff, Onslow's definitely the spot for it. It's pretty cool. So you've done a bit of walk around while I've done the draining. What have you learnt?
So pretty much this is the police quarters where they worked and they stayed, and over the other side is the jail. And so where we are right now is their bedrooms in a sense and where they lived, and then on the other side is the office, but the other side is the jail. And most of the people that were locked up there were Aboriginal, and they were there under the Masters and Slaves Act. How crazy is that? So there's still like a iron ring in the middle where they were attached to and stuff. So they had like an exercise yard, and then they also have their cells where they lived as well. So it's pretty full on over there. There's glass on the top of the roof and everything, which is because if they tried to get out of the exercise yard, it might hurt. So yeah, it's full on.
It's just incredible coming to places like this and seeing how they used to build all these structures. You can see it's like all these little pebbles and stuff, and then I don't know, it looks like some sort of sandstone concrete. But even like way back then, things were built to last, because this is still standing after so many bloody years. It's pretty cool. Just makes you wonder, like, all this history sort of stuff where, I don't know, so much went down, especially here at this police station. There were slaves and they were like chained to things in the ground, and it's full on. Like, it's actually pretty crazy. But this is really cool. This is something you need to come out and check out for sure. Like, if you love your history sort of stuff like we do, I've said it a couple of times now, but it's just, I don't know, it gives you a little insight to the town, the area, what it's all about, and why these buildings are still here. But I think what's really cool is you can sort of drive and go and see all these different locations. So there's lots of different little areas, because it's actually like a really big town. It was quite large. So you have to drive around to all the different places, and you can see where there were shops, where they used to make cars. Oh, there's like convenience stores. There's all sorts of really cool stuff to go and see. So yeah, come out, check it out. It's only 40 minutes out of town, so it's not too far. But it's a good little day trip.
So we've come to see the paparazzi dogs, and they were made by an artists called Gilly and Mark, and they were an experiment, and they just basically went crazy, and they were supposed to be a representation of paparazzis taking photos of celebrities, and it ended up that celebrities would try and find the paparazzi dogs to get photos with them. So like Snoop Dogg's been here, and they've been around the world, these statues, to other places and stuff, and they're actually quite famous. So we're going to set ourselves up, and we're going to get some paparazzi shots, or no, they're going to get some paparazzi shots of us.
Yeah, you'll see exactly what we mean. Let's have a little bit of fun with it.
All right.
We brought a tripod, and we're going to be those people on one of the main streets in Onslow.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
To check out our paparazzi. Where's the doggies? Look at the doggies up here. Come on. Come have a look. Dog. He's in a really good mood considering he just woke up. What's that? What is it? Jack, can you see the doggies? What do you think about the dogs? They're big, aren't they? They're big doggies? They're cool, eh, Jada?
If they were real, I want this one.
Why is that?
Because it's more low down.
Oh, yeah?
So we've just pulled up. We thought we'd come and check it out just before we left. And pretty much all in a row, you've got a playground, you've got a water park, and then behind me is actually a skate park. So these are all pretty much brand new, and they are actually really, really good. They're nice. They must be very, very new, because I'll show you. Everything's in pretty good bloody nick. So I'm not sure where the go is here. I think most of these sort of places, these small towns, it looks like there's a button just there. You normally push them to engage all this stuff, and then it has a timer so they don't run for hours. And then over in the back there is another playground. And then behind me, which I'll go over and show you in a second, is a skate park. So you can literally just come down here, park in the car park, and just offload the kids and spend hours down here. There's even like a big footy oval over there. So there's like everything for kids all over this place. You can't ask much more, really.
How good is it?
It's really cool. It's funny because we're leaving and then we've come here for the very last bit of it. We got told about this quite a few times from you guys on the socials. This has been really handy. But just again,
We've only been here for 2 nights, so
yeah, it's been 2 nights.
1 full day basically.
We've done a fair bit in the last 2 days.
Yeah.
Amongst going out to Old Onslow, checking out around here. You could spend probably 3 days, maybe 4, and you should be able to do just about everything in Onslow, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it's small, but there's still a lot here if you're into your history, and it's obviously for the kids too if they want to have a really good day out at the skate park on their scooters or getting wet in the water park.
Let's go.
Yeah.
They're like full staring at the fence.
Let me in!
Yeah, go on. He's like, hang on, I'm just going to walk it down. It's like safety down the hill. You hop on? Yeah, he's trying to hop on. Whoa! Where's Jada? Oh, all the way over there. Riding on Jack's scooter that Jack doesn't like for his birthday.
How good is this? It's shaded. You don't see too many with a roof on it. Ooh! Oh, big broom broom. He spotted the broom.
Oh, I spotted a merry-go-round.
Oh, Mum's gonna have a spin out of a time.
Oh my god! Can we do your song? Ready? Tell me if you know what this is. Oh, I can't reach the other one. Does that reach all the way?
No.
Oh.
I didn't know.
Oh, very impressive.
Oh. There. I thought, let me have it just one more.
No.
Ready?
No. I'm so glad I did that.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Please don't push me anymore. Good enough.
It's got to bounce. I couldn't even reach it so high.
Yeah. You want to get down? Oh. So yeah, playground. Pretty bloody cool, I reckon. You've even got toilets that we walked past before, that big red building there. Then it looks like there's a sports club of some sort here, and that's why there's a huge big oval. Looks like AFL or something. So like, talk about everything in one spot. It's crazy that a tiny little town like Onslow can have so much of this going on. You don't see this all that often. It's only the small towns. I don't know why. It's bizarre. But I'm not complaining because this is what makes sometimes a stay when you go to a place like this. So yeah, it's been really good this morning. We've been just cruising. We've got about a 2.5 hour drive to our next spot, so it's not like it's miles away. But we might get on the road shortly and get down. But at least the kids have had a bit of a play this morning, and Jack should sleep pretty well in the car, I'd say. Give him a bottle and he should be gone. But yeah, Onslow, not bad. I'd recommend coming in just for a look. It's about 45 kilometres off the main stretch in, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed what we've done with Onslow, and convince you guys to come out and check it out for yourself.
I look out across the water, I smell the salt, I feel the breeze. but in my heart I hear the calling of my old home, Tennessee. We don't know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time, but I've still got Tennessee on my mind.
So we just pulled into Emu Creek. Emu Creek, I had to make sure of that. Emu Creek Station. So it's not too far out of Exmouth. We thought we'd come in and check this out because we looked on Wiki. It was only 2.5 hours outside of Onslow, and we thought, oh, it's good enough stretch, and it looked alright on Wiki. So we thought we'd come down and check it out. It's about 20 kilometres on dirt from the main road into the station. The road's actually pretty good, I must admit. Couple of mild corrugations, but nothing too worried. I was sat on about 60, 70 most of that way. It was pretty cruisy. Didn't even drop the pressures. It was a piece of cake.
So we just follow this down around the sheds to the right.
Right.
And there's a sign that says campsite, so you follow that. And there should only be one other van down there at the moment. She said she thinks they have kids, but she said we should go as far right as we can. There's a site that's sandy and it's hard to get in, but if you back in, it'll be okay, and that's the best spot.
Okay.
So his goal is to come back in towards me in this shady spot, which is what the lady recommended. So there's a fire pit just here. There's access to the water over there, and it's not too sandy. Like, I understand why she said to back in. Here he comes.
Well, just like that, we're in. It's a nice little spot here. There's a bit of a turnaround, but the other side is like super soft. Probably could have given it a crack, but then I didn't want to be that guy that got stuck. So we just backed it in. I could have went over a little bit more, but the ground's not too level. But for where we are, it's not too bad. There's still got plenty of room here in front of us. And then you got this nice, I'm guessing it's like a river or a dam, I'm not too sure, but how's this? Nice little fire pit. By the looks of it, they're scattered all the way along here, all these campsites. They've all got fire pits with them. And then up there in the distance, I don't know if you can see it, that's apparently the shell block. So I'm curious to go up there and have a look. It looks very interesting on the way in. But it's not too bad. It's nice and shady. Plenty of trees around the park up underneath. But then down here a little bit further, it's a little bit more open if you do need that solar. I believe we're only going to stay the one night because we want to get out to the other side and then maybe even punch into Exmouth eventually. So yeah, not too bad. It's pretty cool. Oh, there's actually some fish down here. There's actually a lot of fish. Yeah, there's lots of them. You say hi. I'll have to throw that lure and see how many we can catch. Might be like Coongan Pool all over again. Literally just throw the line out, you catch something every cast. It's insane. Yeah, fishy. He loves his fishies. First initial thoughts, actually really nice. I don't mind it, it's pretty good. You can definitely fit a few vans in here and have a bit of a shindig. The firewood, we did touch on it, it's got the bags up front, $25 a bag, or you can go out the front. If I knew that coming in, I probably would have grabbed some, but I've left the car unhitched, so we can just drive out tomorrow morning. So probably won't go for a drive out there. Worst case, I might walk up and grab a bag, but yeah, it'd be nice to have a fire, but I'm saying that we can have plenty more fires as the weeks go on. What are you doing? You want to shut the door? What door? Under there? God, he's so close. He's trying so hard to talk. It's at that frustrating point. He tries about 3 or 4 times and he cracks the shits. I don't blame him, but
He knows what he means.
oh, Wanang. What is Wanang? We have no idea. One day we'll figure it out.
What you're putting in, all your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring?
We've been hanging out at Emu Station now for a few hours. I've been around, done a bit of photography, checked out the bathrooms. Chris has got some droning done, which you would have seen by now. And I've got to start prepping for dinner. So tonight we're going to be doing a pumpkin soup. So we got this pumpkin from Portsmouth where they had a little like fruit and veg grocer, but they only had pumpkins at the time because obviously that's what they were growing. And I've been hanging on to it with the intention of doing this. I've just needed the time to do it. So what I'll do, I'll set you up on the bench. I'll show you what's involved. And yeah, if you want to compare it to our first cook up, feel free to check out the episode. If you want to compare it to our first cook up, feel free to check out the episode. If you want to compare this to our first cook up, feel free to check out the episode up here. And we'll show you what this one turns out later on the Ziggy. So I got my bin bag ready. Paper towel in there because I was wiping the bench before, and I have actually already cut this open just because it takes ages, and all I've got to do now is scoop out the seeds. Alright, so last time we did this I put in stock powder, sorry it's so horrible, it's from the corrugations, and minced garlic along with coconut cream, or coconut milk I should say. So that there just makes like your typical soup in a sense. This time around, based on your guys' advice, I'm actually going to be doing a Penang curry paste with coconut milk in there. So that with the pumpkin, I think it's going to turn into like a sweet and spicy, creamy kind of pumpkin soup. It's going to be good. I might do it with some poppadoms crushed on the top or something as well. So I'm just going to mix this all up. I might even chuck in some veggies. I don't know. I'm undecided. Actually, you know what? I might put in some onion because it'll kind of just stew and like melt away. I'm going to do some onion. And for good measure, because you can never have too much, let's chuck in some garlic. So I'll just chuck on the lid. It's like a puzzle. So you're going to find the right way. There it is. Cool. That's our pumpkin. I have a question.
Yes.
Have you preheated the Ziggy for me?
Yes, I have. It's
Oh.
What's in here?
Mommy.
You smell it? Smell?
Did you smell it?
Does it smell good? No, you leave that.
Can you have a smell of it, babe?
And
Inside, not the actual pumpkin.
Mmm.
Mom?
That smells so good.
It does, eh?
That, like, having the pumpkin again, I was like, oh, it's just we're doing the pumpkin thing again, but the fact that we're ramping it up and doing something different, it's gonna be.
He wants to smell
It's
it.
gonna be.
No, he wants to smell in it.
You want to smell it? Here, look. You go. Mmm. Ready?
Have a smell.
Smell?
You smell it.
Smell?
My name.
Oh no.
Does it smell good? Anyway.
Yeah. I love that you can do the same dish and again and again and again, but do it differently every time. This is one of those dishes where you can literally just mix it up and do so many different combinations with. So this is all I'm going to do. This is so easy. There's a trivet. No way. That's not going to fit.
It's close. It's going to be close.
Oh,
Oh, you're kidding.
how's that?
Winning.
There was like a millimetre in that. And that's why I love the Ziggy, because of that high set lid.
That's a big pumpkin.
You can fit some crazy stuff in that. That's a whole pumpkin
That's full on.
on a trivet.
Go one more time. I want to look at it one more
Can we
time.
do like a slow-mo here?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh, look how high the trivet is though, even.
There's a pretty high trivet.
Awesome.
Mint. What you got, Jada?
Tofu, Kewpie, that sushi rice seasoning, and rice.
And then a poppadom.
Yeah,
Just why not?
What kind of tofu is it?
I'm not sure.
Honey soy.
Honey soy.
Now those little pre-packaged ones we've shown you before.
Yes.
So I just slice them up, and when I do the rice in the rice cooker, they're pre-sliced, and probably 10 minutes before it's done I put them in, and then they warm up at the same time. It's really
They're
easy.
like the quickest, easiest, tastiest thing
Because
you're
they're
probably going to eat.
they're cooked.
Yeah.
Besides Macca's and KFC.
Even Jack likes a bit of rice. And
He's
a
very
poppadom or
messy.
two. Hey, cheers! Hey! Righto, it's been about half an hour. Just going to give a little bit of a check. She was about 240. It's now down to about 210, which is nice. It's good. So we're going to just quickly have a look. You can start to see, I don't know if you can see it on this side, it's nice and brown. That green's starting to go. It's starting to go a bit of an orange. You can just see it going there. If I touch that, yes, obviously it's hot, but it's, I don't know, the skin on a pumpkin when it's hot, it goes like a certain texture, and you can tell the heat's really getting into it.
So we're midway through cooking that pumpkin, and
And I'm picking boogies. Flo? Well,
he's really good at blowing his nose now. But aside from that, if you don't want to look, don't look on this side of the screen. But yeah, earlier today,
so many in there.
Jada and I took a little walk around just to see what's here. And there's some really cool old falcons. I'm not entirely sure what the other one is. If you know what it is, you can drop it in the comments.
All good.
All done.
Well done. Yeah. High five.
So yeah, there's a couple of different cars. They're really cool. And Jada enjoyed looking at them. And then we went to the toilet block and checked that out too. And they've got one of the donkey water heaters. So we haven't seen one of them since we were at Endeavour River, which is just before you go up to Cape York in Queensland. So they basically heat up a wood fire underneath the water, which makes it hot, which was really cool. So that's there. The shower is like really rustic, so all the walls are made out of rock. They've got the proper shower head there with a little like tap for cold and hot. The toilet has a little sign on it about not letting like frogs in and everything, and they had horseshoes for hooks for the towels, which was really cool. So it was a really cool setup. Chris hasn't even been up there yet, so I showed him a couple of photos.
Nothing to elaborate, but the microphone's the wrong way.
Stop screaming!
The microphone's the wrong way.
Oh yeah.
I have nothing to elaborate because I haven't been there.
But it's really cool.
I'm actually keen. We got so much water we could have the biggest shower ever each. But I'm keen to go up there and have a shower.
Just to have the shower there.
Just to have the experience of I don't know having a shower here because it's
Yeah.
the old donkey setup. It's I know it seems rustic from the
It's
photos
really
that
cool.
Sean's showing me. So, yeah.
But so, as I think I said it earlier, it's $30 per night here. But if you like this sort of camping, like, it's really cool. It's a cool setup. You're right on a pool of water. You got nice hot showers, which is unusual in this sort of location.
Yeah, that's definitely a bonus.
At the front of their driveway, there is actually a free camp. And this afternoon we drove past, and it was really, really packed. But for $30, like, it's only an extra, 22 Ks up the road? I think it's 22 Ks.
20 minutes down the road. It was all dirt. Like I said to you guys before, the road was really good.
Yeah.
There was nothing bad about it, but
This is nice.
it depends on what you want and what you're looking for, and if it's something new and different, you want to experience what's around. Stations are really stations are really good.
Just like smother your son.
Oh my god, Mummy!
I just wanted to fill you in on that so you can see some footage and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you haven't got this on your list, even if you just come for one night, it's a really cool spot. And the people that own it here are really friendly as well. Like, the lady in the office was lovely. Or she's probably not the lady in the office, she's probably the lady that lives here and runs this station. So yeah, working cattle farm, Emu Creek. Emu Creek?
Emu Creek.
Yeah.
I had to correct
Emu
myself
Creek.
when I was in the car earlier, and I was like, Emu Creek.
Yeah. What are you doing, Jada?
I'm making a raft.
A raft. Do you think it's gonna work?
I'm not sure, but I haven't tested this bit yet.
What's it got to carry?
I'm gonna try and make it carry me.
Oh, I think you're gonna need a fair bit more to make that happen then.
I know.
You two, you're interrupting my filming. We'll keep going, and then you can give us an update when you're done.
Okay. Which I'm probably gonna give up halfway.
Righto, check into, we're coming on to an hour. We're sitting at about that 180 sort of mark. I did turn it down. The wind has kicked in a little bit, so it has turned it down, but it's not too bad because we're pretty much over that halfway mark. And basically, once we're past that, it's not too bad. It's just maintaining that heat. So I'm just going to open this real quick. Oh, look at that.
Oh, it is softening, eh?
You can see that? You see my finger marks there? You can't do that with a cooked pumpkin. Oh, there we go. There's a perfect one. It's starting to soften really well.
So probably what, another 15, 20 max?
I'd reckon, yeah, probably 20, 25 at most. I might ramp it up just a little bit just to bring it back to about that 200 mark. And just speed that process up. But we're definitely on track. We're definitely going really well. Ooh, the time has finally come. Righto, Ziggy's been going really well. The wind has died off completely today. I am about to reveal the pumpkins. Can you see the coloration? It's gone dark, the green's gone, there's big oranges, there's, yeah. You can obviously straight away tell that it's actually cooked. All you have to do is give it a quick poke. And what I like to do is just get something. Look at that. That's the end of a spoon. I'm not even trying right there, and it's just falling through.
You keep doing that and you're going to have an avalanche.
I'm going to.
So don't.
You see how easy that was? That's the most bluntest edge you could ever ask for, and that's going straight through. I've got all the juices in here. The key is now, see all this pumpkin inside? What you want to do is, look at that, it just falls away. You just want to scrape what you can without going too far, because if you go too far, it's like taking the foundation out of a building. It's going to fall. It's going to fall into itself. It's going to be an absolute disaster. It's going to, yeah, it's not going to be nice. So you just want to try and do what you can scraping wise until you think you're happy. I like to scrape and then give it a bit of a touch. See how loose that is now compared to here? It's quite firm. But over here, I can almost push that whole skin in. That to me is telling me that I've taken enough out of that side, but I can take more from here.
Oh my god, I want to eat it.
A little bit on that side.
Yeah, there's a massive chunk. I can see it. Bit of a messy chef, aren't you?
Yeah, well, that's what happens after a few craft beers. So what I've done is I've just slided it off there because we did have a small crack there. I might have gone a little bit too far on the edge, but it's a good example of don't go too far on one edge because that's exactly what can happen. So what I've done is I've just taken it out, I've put it into an alfoil tray, it's taken off the heat, it's not going to cook anymore, but it's not, if it's going to crack, I'm not going to make an absolute mess of my ziggy, so that's a good indicator there. So simply, this is all that's going to happen. It's like a big bowl of soup, so we're just going to get stuck in with a big spoon and just fill up your bowls.
It's not like appetizing looking, but it tastes delicious.
Yeah. If you're looking for gourmet chef photos and recipes and
This is not that dish.
how it looks, this is definitely not presentation spec. This is all about flavour. This is like 110% flavour. This is definitely a dish for so many different people. Give it a crack. If you're willing to do it, if you're thinking about it, just bloody do it. It's so good. It's so quick and easy. Do it.
Pretty bright. It's pretty amazing. We've got this new little funky lantern.
It's an O-light.
I can't even look at it, babe.
Jesus Christ. Hang on.
You might be able to show it now. What are you doing?
Anyway, hang on. I'll turn it on.
I've got a question for you.
What?
Do you say pumpkin or pumpkin? Like, do you want a pumpkin?
Is it
Or a-
P-U-N-K-I-N? Or is it pump?
P-U-M-P-K-I-N.
Not P-U-M-P.
Yeah.
It's P-U-M-K. Punk.
P-U-M pump. Kin.
Oh, this is getting confusing.
Anyway, so
How do you pronounce
Yeah.
it? No, forget the spelling.
put it in the
It's
comments?
how do you pronounce it? Is it pumpkin or punkin?
Or is that because just Aussies have slang?
That's my excuse.
Yeah. And then the other one, so this came up as well. Here's the other one, so you can give us both of how you say them. Do you say onion, which is the normal way, or onion?
I feel like we have to put in like the spelling in the
I
bottom
will,
so
I will.
people understand exactly what we're saying because they almost sound the same, but unless you put it in a context or underneath, nobody's going to be like,
So,
what, they just said the same thing
you ready?
twice.
Here's the spelling. We've got pumpkin or pumpkin, or we have onion or onion.
Some onion on my
Onion.
pumpkin.
Anyway, I think some of them are just Aussie slang and the others are traditional English. So how do you say it? Just tell us in the comments.
Let's be honest, us Aussies have some very unique slang, and not the rest of the world can keep up with us.
That's why most people can't speak our language.
No, we're very rare and special in our own
Australian.
way.
Anyway, we're going to go to bed now.
No worries,
So
guys.
we will see you in the morning.
We will. Good night, guys. What?
Shush, I'm trying to get a bit of footage. I want quiet crickets.
Pack up day. We're
Yeah,
gone. That's our one night done.
go time.
You could definitely stay here multiple days, even a week. It is a really nice spot. You can have fires, you could cook, you can do all sorts of stuff. It's actually really shallow in the water, now that it reminds me, it's like
You can walk all the way across.
you can walk all the way across, but then the kids actually, well, one of them went all the way up the other end of the river, and then Jada got in contact with the boy that was coming past, and then they ended up going right down to the other end. Like, they walked the whole way. That's how shallow it is. So it's not really good for fishing. There is lots of fish, but they're little spangled perch or any little tiny things.
So good for kids.
It's good for the kids to throw some bread in, all that sort of stuff, and see all the fish come up and play. But definitely not a fishing sort of location at all. But it's at least nice you can swim in. We're slowly getting better with swimming in these sort of, I don't know, dam, river slash sort of, I don't know, situations now.
It took Jada about probably 4 hours before she even put a toe near the water. She's like, what if there's crocodiles?
Oh, she's the worst. She goes, oh my God, I want to go swimming. Gets all dressed and then goes, no, it's too cold.
It's
no,
funny.
I'm scared.
Because that's all I ever wanted her to do. And then we've left the crocodile area and now she's doing it.
Yeah. Well, she was almost scarred for life there, but she's slowly getting better, as we are too, so it's one of those things. But yeah, super keen to get down that west coast and start actually getting into some of those crystal clear beaches and white sand locations. But yeah, this place is really cool. Do the drive in. The drive again, like I was saying, it was really good. The road's actually in good condition. I didn't have to drop my pressures or nothing like that. But yeah, other than that, $30 a night. Yeah, not bad. Can't complain. And yeah, we're out of here. I don't know where we're going next.